start today's session. Today we are going to discuss the Laplace transform of integrals and unit step function. Okay, two topics are there. But before going to start today's session, let's recall formula in just 2 minutes. That is, first, Laplace of 1, that is 1 by s, right? Laplace of e raised to at, 1 upon s minus a. Laplace of e raised to minus at, 1 upon s plus a. Then Laplace of sin at, a upon s square plus a square. Laplace of cos at, s upon s square plus a square. Laplace of t raised to n. Laplace of t raised to n. There are two formula, that is gamma n plus 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 and n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1, right? One more is there, that is Laplace of sine hyperbolic at. So what is this Laplace of sine hyperbolic at? Laplace of sine hyperbolic at is a upon s square minus a square. In sine at, there is plus sign in the denominator. In hyperbolic, sine hyperbolic at, there is minus sign in the denominator. Laplace of cos hyperbolic at, that is s upon s square minus a square, right? These all are the basic formula of the Laplace transform. Let's talk about some properties, and that is, if they ask the Laplace of e raised to at f of t, then we'll write f of s minus a. If there is minus at, then we'll put f of s plus a. What does it mean? If they given Laplace of e raised to minus 2t cos t, then what to do, students? If they ask Laplace of e raised to minus 2t cos t, then okay, many students are also doing the formulas simultaneously with me. Very good. See, this is the first shifting theorem. For solving this example, what to do? What to do, students? First, we have to find the Laplace of cos t. Then we have to apply first shifting theorem. That Laplace of cos t is what? Laplace of cos t is s upon s square plus 1, right? Yes. Yes, Devendra, you are right. Thank you. But we want Laplace of e raised to minus 2t cos t. So our answer is s plus 2 upon s plus 2 whole square plus 1, right? After simplification, final answer is s plus 2 upon s square plus 4s plus 5. This is about the first shifting theorem. If they ask Laplace of t into cos t, then what to do, students? Laplace of t into cos t. Anyone? In this case, again we have to find the Laplace of cos t first, then t is there, so we have to write minus d by ds and Laplace of cos t. Okay. So Laplace of cos t is s upon s square plus 1. So minus d by ds s upon s square plus 1 is there. Okay. Similarly, Laplace of cos t upon t, then what to do? Laplace of cos t upon t, then what to do? Then we have to again write the Laplace of cos t and upon t is there. So we have to do what to do? Yes, yes, integration. But what is the limits of the integration? Very good. So many students are giving answer in the chat box. Integration is right answer, but my question is, what is the limit of the integration? S to infinity. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Thank you, all of you. So our limits are S to infinity, and here Laplace of cos t, right? So these are the basic properties of the Laplace, which we have already discussed in our uh, lectures, right? So let's start new topic today. I have recall all topics because we will use all these topics in today's lecture also. So let's start. Laplace transform of integrals. See, Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s. Then Laplace of 0 to 2 integral 0 to t ft dt is equal to what? F of s upon s. See students, this is the basic rule. Laplace of ft is equal to f of s. But if you have asked for finding the Laplace for the integral, which type of integral? Whose limits is 0 to t. Function of t is there with respect to dt, with respect to t, right? At that time, you have to put f of s, keep it the same. You have to put s in the denominator. You have to put s in the denominator. Okay. So, this is the rule for finding the Laplace transform of integrals. Let's start the example. Find the Laplace transform of integral 0 to t e raised to minus t cos t dt, right? See, here zero, integral limits are 0 to t. So for solving this kind of example, first we have to find the Laplace of function of t. Here our function of t is e raised to minus t cos t. But solving this e raised to minus t cos t, first we have to find the Laplace of cos t only. Here is e raised to minus t cos t. But we will find the Laplace of cos t first, and Laplace of cos t is s upon s square plus 1, right? With the help of first shifting theorem, Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t, that is, will replace s by s plus 1. Okay, so here s plus 1 the whole square plus 1. After simplification, s plus 1, and in the denominator, s square plus 2s plus 2 is there. Okay. So this is the Laplace of e raised to minus t cos t. But our question is want to find the Laplace of integral 0 to t, right? So Laplace of integral 0 to t e raised to minus t cos t dt, we have to just put s in the denominator. We have to just put s in the denominator, and whatever Laplace of our function of t is there. So our Laplace of function of t is what? S plus 1 upon s square plus 2s plus 2. For the Laplace of integral 0 to t dt, we have to just put s in the denominator. So after simplification, this is our answer. Here s into s square, so s cube. Here 2s square plus 2s. So any doubts, students, about this example? Let me know if you have any query. If you have no doubt, then we'll move for the next example. Okay. So let's move for one more example. See, here. Find the Laplace transform of 0 to t See, our limits are 0 to t. It is compulsory. Our function, it is in the form of u. In the there is no t. There is e raised to u plus sin u du. So for solving this example, I replace this u in the form of t. So for solving this function and for solving the Laplace of e raised to u plus sin u, I first find out the Laplace of u plus sin u, but I write in the form of t. So Laplace of t plus sin t. So Laplace of t is 1 upon s square. Laplace of sin t is 1 upon s square plus 1, right? Now, my question is e raised to u into u plus sin u. So I write here e raised to t into t plus sin t. This is about just t plus sin t. I write now e raised to t into t plus sin t, right? So by using first shifting theorem, here 1 upon s minus 1 the whole square plus 1 upon s minus 1 the whole square plus 1, right? My original question is in the form of u, so I replace this in the form of u. Okay, so right hand side keep it the same and the left hand side I will put in the form of u. Now my question about the finding the Laplace transform integration is there, that is 0 to t e raised to u plus sin u du. As integral sign with the limit 0 to t is there, so as per the rule, I have to write s in the denominator and whatever Laplace of given function is there, I have to write, right? So 1 upon s and the Laplace of e raised to t plus sin t, that is 1 upon s minus 1 whole square, and that is 1 upon s square minus 2s plus 1, and in the second term 1 upon s square minus 2s plus 2, right? So this is my answer. Any doubt, students? Any doubt for this example? Okay, no doubt. So we'll move for the one more next example, right? Find the Laplace transform of e raised to minus t integration 0 to t sin t upon t into dt. Okay. So for these example, see here e raised to minus t is out of the integral. Okay, students, here e raised to minus t is out of the integral and our integral is sin t upon t only. So first we will find Laplace of sin t, that is what 1 upon s square plus 1. Then we'll find Laplace of sin t upon t. Upon t is there, students. As upon t is there, so finding this kind of Laplace, we have to write the integration s to infinity Laplace of sin t with respect to s. So here s to infinity 1 upon s square plus 1 ds. So what is the integration of 1 upon s square plus 1? That is tan inverse s, right? So tan inverse s to infinity. By applying upper limit and lower limit, tan inverse infinity minus tan inverse s. This is upper limit minus lower limit. But the value of tan inverse infinity is what? Pi by 2. And tan inverse s, keep it the same. So pi by 2 minus tan inverse s is what, students? Pi by 2 minus tan inverse s is cot inverse s. This is about the Laplace of sin t upon t, right? But our question is integration 0 to t sin t upon t. And as per the rule here, integration 0 to t, so we have to write upon s. In the denominator, we have to write s, right? and Laplace of sin t upon t, and answer of Laplace of sin t upon t is cot inverse s. So we have to put cot inverse s upon s. Now, our original question is e raised to minus t into the integral. E raised to minus t is there, students. So we'll apply first shifting theorem. And as per the first shifting theorem, we have to replace our s by s plus 1. Okay. Now got it, everyone? Any doubt? Any doubt, students? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Answers are coming that you have no doubt. So happy. Let's move one more example. See, find the Laplace transform of integration 0 to t e raised to t sin t upon t. What is the difference between these example and the previous example? Here, exponential term is in the integral, and in the previous example, exponential term is out of the integral, right? So the same thing here. First, we'll find the Laplace of sin t, that is 1 upon s square plus 1. Then Laplace of sin t upon t, that is cot inverse s, right? We already learned the same thing in this quiz. So Laplace of sin t upon t, that is cot inverse s. So here also Laplace of sin t upon t is cot inverse s, right? But what is our question? Our question is Laplace of this is Laplace of sin t upon t. But our question is e raised to t into sin t upon t. So we have to first apply first shifting theorem. Then we'll go for the rule of the integration. So for first shifting theorem, our answer is Laplace of e raised to t sin t upon t. So by applying first shifting theorem, s will replace in s minus 1 because the power of e is positive. So we'll replace s by s minus 1 here. Okay, got it, everyone? Now we'll apply Laplace of integration 0 to t. And the integration is there. So we'll put s in the denominator. Cot inverse s minus 1, keep it the same. So see, in this case, our answer is 1 upon s cot inverse s minus 1. And in the previous, our answer is 1 upon s plus 1 cot inverse s plus 1. Got it? So there is a little bit difference in the answer, students, when our exponential term is out of the integral or in the integral. Okay. So I think if you have any query till this example, you may ask. Do we have to remember the proof of all the properties of Laplace? Yes, yes, Achilles. Whatever proof I have teach in to you, all proof you have to remember. The main thing is the proof of the first shifting theorem, proof of the second shifting theorem, then the differentiation of Laplace transform and integration of the Laplace transform, right? So 4 proof you have to remember. Okay. This topic proof is not required, right? You have to just apply formula. Okay. Okay. So let's move for one more example. Find the Laplace transform of 0 to t. Here t e raised to minus 3t sin square t is there. If you remember, students, Laplace of sin square t, but there is no formula for square there, right? Sin square t. So we'll convert sin square t into the form of 1 minus cos 2t upon 2. If I put 1/2 common, right, then Laplace of 1 minus Laplace of cos 2t there. Right? So Laplace of 1 is what? Laplace of 1 is 1 by s, and Laplace of cos 2t, that is s upon s square plus 4. So this is about Laplace of sin square t, just sin square t. Now there are, if you wish, you can apply first shifting theorem first, then you do the derivative. But as I told you, when three multiplication terms are there, and in that three terms, if one term is the exponential term, you have to apply exponential term, means first shifting theorem at last. It will be easy to you to solve. So now we'll find the Laplace of t sin square t, right? So for as t sin square t is there, so we'll put minus d by ds and Laplace of sin square t. So minus d by ds is there, and Laplace of sin square t is what? 1/2 1 by s minus s upon s square plus 4. Now minus 1/2, keep it the same. And for the derivative of these two terms, the derivative of first term is minus 1 upon s square. And the derivative of second term will apply u by v rule. So s square plus 4 the whole square. Now s square plus 4, keep it the same. And the derivative of s with respect to s, that is 1, minus s, keep it the same. And the derivative of s square plus 4 is 2s. After simplification, this is s square plus 4 minus 2s square. So that is 4 minus s square, right? So if I take minus common there, then the both term will convert into the plus. But this 4 minus s square, I put s square minus 4. So minus sign is again in front of the second term. Got it, everyone? See, here I take minus common. So this term and this term will convert into the plus sign. But 4 minus s square, I put s square minus 4. So it is again minus. Now, this is about the Laplace of t sin square t. But my question is Laplace of t e raised to minus 3t into sin square t. So I am applying first shifting theorem again. That is 1 by 2, 1 upon s plus 3 whole square minus s plus 3 whole square minus 4, and in the denominator s plus 3 whole square plus 4 whole raised to 2. After simplification, this is s square plus 6x plus 9 minus 4, that is 5. And in the denominator, s square plus 6x and 9 plus 4, that is 13, right? So this is about the Laplace of t e raised to minus 3t sin square t. But my question is Laplace of integral 0 to t. So we have to just put 1 by s, whatever answer we have find, and that is the Laplace of t e raised to minus 3t sin square t. So we have to put just 1 by s and this answer. Okay, students. So let's move one more. See, in this case, t is, find the Laplace transform of t integral 0 to t e raised to minus 4t sin 3t dt, right? T is out of the integral. So compulsory, okay. So last slide. Okay, okay, Neil. This one, Neil. Okay. Okay. Let's move for the next example. Here, first we will find the Laplace of sin 3t. What is the Laplace of sin 3t, students? That is 3 upon s square plus 9. Then what about the Laplace of e raised to minus 4t sin 3t? Here e raised to minus 4t, so we'll apply first shifting theorem. And as for first shifting theorem, we'll replace all s by s plus 4, as minus sign is there. Minus sign is there, so we'll replace all s by s plus 4. So 3 upon s plus 4 whole square plus 9. So here s square plus 8s plus 16 plus 9, so 25. So this is about the e raised to minus 4t sine 3t, right? But our question is integral 0 to t e raised to minus 4t sine 3t. So Laplace of integral 0 to t e raised to minus 4t sine 3t, and as per the rule integral sign is there, so we'll put s in the denominator, and Laplace of e raised to minus 4t sine 3t, that is 1 upon s into 3 upon s square plus 8s plus 25, right? And this one is 25, right? So after simplification, it is 3 upon s cube plus 8s square plus 25s. But our original question is into t is there. So Laplace of t into this integral. So we'll put as t is in the multiplication. So minus d by ds and Laplace of this term. And Laplace of this term is what? 3 upon s cube plus 8s square plus 25s. So minus d by ds 3 upon s cube plus 8s square plus 25s. So the derivative of this term is 3 into 3s square plus 16s plus 25 upon s cube plus 8s square plus 25s whole square. If you cannot find the direct derivative of this term, you also apply the u by v formula, right? You will get the same answer. Okay, so any doubts, students, till this example? If you have any doubt, let me tell. Okay, no doubt, right? So this question is for you. Now tell me what to do. See, 3 times of integration sign is there. 0 to t, 0 to t, 0 to t. For the solving these example, what to do, students? Please raise your hand. Yes, Achilles, I'm going to unmute you.
Ma'am, so first of all, we will find the Laplace of sine t,
Yes, very
then
good. Just,
differentiate it, and then we will multiply by 1 by s 3 times because there's a integration of 0 to t 3 times.
very good. Very good. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Achilles. As Achilles said, first we have to find Laplace of sine t, and Laplace of sine t is what? 1 upon s square plus 1, right? Then we have to find Laplace of t sine t. What about the Laplace of t sine t, students? What to do for Laplace of t sine t? Minus d by ds Laplace of sine t, and that is minus d by ds 1 upon s square plus 1. So what is the answer of this? What is the d by ds of 1 upon s square plus 1? Yes, very good. Yes, so many students have given answer in the chat box. Yes. Most of the students have given two answers, that is 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. 1 to 2 students have made minor mistake, they write the minus sign, but in this case minus minus is plus, right? In this case minus minus is plus, so our answer is here 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole square, right? Now Laplace of 0 to t sine t dt, that is 2s, here 1 by s, here s square plus 1 the whole square. So this s is cancel, right? So this s is cancel, and 3 times integration is there. So integration 0 to t, integration 0 to t, t sin t dt. So next is 2 upon s into s square plus 1 the whole square, and last Laplace of 0 to t, 0 to t, 0 to t, t sin t dt dt dt. So is equal to 2 upon s square plus 1 the whole square. You have to simplify this term, and that is your final answer. Okay, students, let's move for the new topic, and that is unit step function. A new topic is unit step function. See, the definition of unit step function, that is unit step function, it is also known as Heaviside functions. Unit step function is defined as u of t equal to 0. See, this u is the symbol of unit step, students. So u of t equal to 0 if t less than 0, and equal to 1 if t greater than 0. So this is the basic definition of unit step function. Okay, please remember everyone, you may ask in the exam also. So this is the definition of unit step function. Now, the displaced unit step function. The next definition is displaced unit step function. It is a symbol of u of t minus a. So represent the function ut which is displaced by a distance a. Here the definition is u of t minus a equal to 0 if t less than a, and equal to 1 if t greater than a. So students, these two are the definition of unit step function. One is the basic unit step function, and other is the displaced unit step function. This is the most important formula and most important definition also. So please keep in mind. Let's move for the next definition. That is, see, this is about what? This is about just the definition of unit step function. Now this one is the Laplace transform of unit step function. Okay, this is the Laplace transform of unit step function. So if we apply Laplace transform, on the unit step, what is the answer? Our answer is 1 by s, students, because when t less than 0, function is 0, but t greater than 0, our function is 1. So when we apply Laplace transform of the simple unit step function, our answer is 1 by s. Okay, but the Laplace transform, this is the most important. It will be more helpful for solving example. Laplace transform of displaced unit step function u of t minus a. Then our answer is 1 upon s e raised to minus as. Right? Suppose Laplace of u of t minus 2. Right? So see, compare these two functions. In this case, your a is 2. So by the your answer is what? Your answer is 1 upon s e raised to minus 2s. Got it, everyone? But what to do if your question is Laplace of u of t plus 2? At the time, you have to write Laplace of u t minus minus 2, right? So your answer is 1 upon s e raised to minus minus plus. So 2s is there. Okay. Here your a is minus 2 and here minus minus plus. So your answer is 1 upon s e raised to 2s. Now, the next formula is Laplace transform of f of t into u of t minus a. See students, this all formula will helpful to you for the solving example. Laplace transform of function of t into u of t minus a. So if t is less than 0, your answer is 0. If t is greater than 1, your answer is function of t. And when you apply Laplace on this function, your answer is e raised to minus as f of s plus a. At that time, suppose your question is Laplace of t u of t minus 1, right? What to do, students? When function of t into u of t minus a, here your function of t is just simple t and u of t minus 1. What is your answer? Anyone? What is your answer? Here, what is the value of a? First, you have to write the value of a. In this case, your value of a is 1, right? What is your function? Your function f of t is what? Your function is f of t is equal to t. So, if you apply Laplace on this function of f of t, that is Laplace of t is what? Laplace of t is what, students? Laplace of t is 1 upon s square, right? Now, as per the formula, you have to write your f of s in the place f of s plus a. So you have to write your answer for this question, that is e raised to minus as. A is 1, so just minus s is there. And f of s plus a is 1. And f of s is what? This is f of s. This one is f of s. If I replace this f of s plus a, then my answer is 1 upon s plus 1 the whole square. Okay. Most important formula. Formula 3 is C. Here. Again I repeat. Your question is Laplace of t into u of t minus a. For solving this kind of example, first you have to write what is the answer of a. Your a is 1. What is your function of t? Your function of t is t. First you have to find the Laplace of your function of t, and that is 1 upon s square. And that answer is known as f of s. By applying this formula, e raised to minus as, a is 1, so I just put e raised to minus s, and then f of s plus a means I have to replace my s by s plus a. Here my a is 1, so my answer is 1 upon s plus 1 the whole square. Similarly, if my question is Laplace transform of f of t minus a dot u of t minus a, at that time equal to 0 if t less than a, and equal to f of t minus a if t is greater than a. Here, when you apply Laplace on this function, your answer is e raised to minus as into f of s. Okay, let me tell you how to solve this kind of example. For this kind of example, if your given question is Laplace of t minus a into u of t minus a, right? Suppose your question is find Laplace transform of t minus 1 into u of t minus 1. Okay. See, this is the fourth kind of example. In this case, your a is 1, right? Your a is 1. What is your function, students? Your function is f of t. That is, you have to neglect this a in the first term. You have to neglect this a in the first term. Whatever left, that is your function. Your function is t only. So here again, your f of t is t only. Okay, students? You have to skip or you have to neglect your a, and what is the remaining term, that is your function of a, and your function of a is t only. Okay, so as per the rule, now you have to find the Laplace of function of t, and Laplace of function of t, that is Laplace of t, and Laplace of t is what? T raised to n is 1. So 1 upon s square is there, right? Now, if I apply this formula, so answer of this question is e raised to minus as, a is 1, so e raised to minus s, and 1 upon s square. This is my final answer. So different kind of unit function is there. We'll solve example for the better understanding. See here. Find the Laplace transform of t square u of t minus 2. See, students, t square u of t minus 2. So we'll compare this function with this one, and that is Laplace of function of t into u of t minus a. When we apply Laplace on this kind of function, our answer is Laplace of e raised to minus as and Laplace of f of t plus a, or also we may write e raised to minus as f of s plus a. Both are same. This is f of s plus a. Okay. If you confuse in this formula, then you may also write e raised to minus as f of s plus a. Okay. See, for this question, Laplace of t square u of t minus a. First, tell me what is the value of a in this example. If you compare this both, your value of a is 2. Your value of a is 2. So here a equal to 2, right? Now what is the f of t? Your function of t is what, students? Your function of t is t square, right? Okay. Now, as I wish to write or I wish to apply this formula, e raised to minus as. A is 2. So e raised to minus 2s. But what about the f of s plus a? So I first find the Laplace of function of t, and that is Laplace of t square, and Laplace of t square is what? 2 factorial upon s raised to 3, and that is 2 upon s cube, right? But my answer is f of s plus a. So I have to write 2 upon s plus 2 whole cube. So this one is 2 upon s plus 2 whole cube. You may also write this one also directly, this one also. And as per the second formula, see, this is, if you apply this formula directly, wait a minute. Okay, see here, e raised to minus 2s, Laplace of t plus 2 the whole square, Laplace of function of t plus a. So t plus 2 the whole square. So e raised to minus 2s T plus 2 whole square means t square plus 4t plus 4. So you have to just find the Laplace of t square, Laplace of 4 into Laplace of t, and 4 into Laplace of 1, right? So answer of Laplace of t square is 2 upon s cube, Laplace of t is 1 upon s square, and Laplace of 1 is 1 upon s. Similarly, suppose you have asked find the Laplace of t square u of t plus 2. Then what to do, students? What is the difference? You have to just write here your a is what, students? Your a is minus 2. So here your answer is e raised to 2s, and this one is t minus 2 whole square. This sign is plus and this sign is minus if they ask t plus 2. Okay, yes, Dhruvin, you are right. Okay, so any doubt, students, about this example? It is really easy. E raised to minus as. I explained you by the two way, and this is again easy. E raised to minus 2s and Laplace of f of t plus a, right? Okay, so let's move for the next example. See, this is e raised to minus 3u, u into t minus 2. So here your a is again 2, and your function of t, see, this is 3t, not u, students. This is 3t, e raised to minus 3t. So your function of t is what? E raised to minus 3t, right? So e raised to minus as f of t plus a. Our a is 2. So e raised to minus 2s. And Laplace of e, function of t is e raised to minus 3t, but we want to write f of t plus a. So e raised to minus 3, and in the place of t, we'll put t plus a. So t plus 2. Our a is 2, right? After simplification, this is e raised to minus 2s, Laplace of e raised to minus 3t minus 6. So into e raised to minus 6. So if I take e raised to minus 6 out of the integral, so e raised to minus 2s into e raised to minus 6. Now only Laplace of e raised to minus 3t is there. So if I put these two terms together, e raised to minus 2s plus 6. If you wish, you can also take 2 as a common, and the Laplace of e raised to minus 3t, that is 1 upon s plus 3. Okay, students? Any doubt? Okay. See, the next and most important example of the unit function, that is find the Laplace transform of sin t into u of t minus 2 minus u of t minus 3 pi by 2. See, students, two terms in this example. First term is f of t into u of t minus a. This is, sorry, this one is for the first term. We'll apply first formula, Laplace of function of t for the first term, and just the Laplace of t, function of t into u of t minus a for the first term, and Laplace of u of t minus a for the second term. This formula for the first term and this one for the second term, right? So for the first term, our function is sin t, right? And our a is pi by 2. So as per this formula for this function, e raised to minus as, so e raised to minus pi by 2s, and Laplace of function of t plus a. So here our t plus a is what? So Laplace of sine, see this one, t plus a, sine t plus a is pi by 2. So this formula will apply for the first term. And the second formula for the second term, here just 1 by s and e raised to minus as. In the second term, our a is 3 pi by 2. So this is e raised to minus 3 pi by 2 s upon s. Now what to do in the first term? Sin t plus pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 plus t is what, student? Sin pi by 2 plus t is cos t. So this is Laplace of cos t. And the Laplace of cos t is s upon s square plus 1. Yes, yes, Mahiri, you are right. Right? So this is e raised to minus pi s by 2 s upon s square plus 1. So this is the Laplace transform of unit step function, students. If you have any query, you may ask. Otherwise, you may leave today's session. Okay.